My name is Bill O'Donnell, and I'm the Norfolk County Register of Deeds, and we're here in Braintree today. Norfolk County was established back in 1793 when Governor John Hancock signed legislation and created Norfolk County. Braintree's one of the 28 communities that make up Norfolk County, and as part of our community outreach, we get into all the communities of Norfolk County, and we're certainly privileged to be here at your lovely town hall for office hours. I want to thank Mayor Joe Sullivan and Robin LaChance, who coordinated having us here and have made us most welcome and did a nice job of getting the word out about the office hours here in Braintree. What the Registry of Deeds does, actually a lot of people probably don't know. It's an arm of government many people don't know about, but when you think about it, the Registry of Deeds deals with home ownership, deals with homes, deals with businesses, deals with the real estate economy, which is a real key component of our economy. The biggest asset most of us have are our homes, and the Registry of Deeds is the place that really affects home ownership. So when we come out to these office hours, we do it again, we're located physically in Dedham, 649 High Street in Dedham, across from the Gold Dome Superior Court. But a lot of people are busy. They can't get to Dedham, and we love coming to office hours and bringing the registry we try to bring the registry into people's homes and businesses, and by coming to the communities, we try to bring the registry information out to the people. When people come in, a lot of times they have questions. Some people just need to get a copy of a document, and rather than drive up to Dedham, we can get you a copy of your deed, a copy of your mortgage. A lot of times people come in and they want to check discharges. A discharge is a document from your local bank that tells the world that your mortgage has been paid off. Now, when you borrow the money, the mortgage gets recorded at the registry. When you pay off that mortgage, a discharge gets recorded, which basically says that that mortgage has been paid off. So we urge people to go online to check to see if their discharge has caught up to the paperwork. If not, people can come in here and to the office hours, and we check it for them. And it's always good to do because if you go to sell your house or refinance, that could come up as a title issue that needs to get straightened out. I'm a big believer in community banking. You got some great community banks here in Braintree. I know if you need a discharge from them, you'd go down, they'd look up the information, and they'd give you great customer service. But a lot of people borrowed monies from bigger banks. Some banks have been merged. Other banks, believe it or not, people forget, went out of business. So I urge people to check. And if you have any difficulty, you can go to our website, www.norfolkdeeds.org, and we have a document called Where Has My Bank Gone?, which gives you some websites at the state level, at the federal level, to start tracking down where has your bank gone in case you find yourself in that situation where you need a discharge. So again, at office hours, we try to listen to people's concerns. If we can help them, we try to. There are people that come here that may have just had a decision, a Board of Appeal decision, a planning board decision where they can record, they need to get that decision recorded. And we take the document. We can't record it physically here, but we take it back to the Registry of Deeds, and it'll be recorded this afternoon. Other people bring their discharges in. A bank may have sent them the original discharge, and that's what you got to be. If the bank sends you the original discharge, make sure you get that original discharge recorded at the Registry of Deeds. And people come to office hours and bring in documents that need to be recorded, and we can take it back to Dedham and record it for them. One of the biggest things people can do is in protecting their house is to record a homestead. The homestead is an act of the legislature. Your state reps and your state senators have voted on the homestead laws over the years, and it allows people to protect their home. When I first became register, the protection was $300,000. In 2004, it went up to $500,000. So if you record a homestead, you have $500,000 worth of protection against a forced sale. So of course, if you don't pay your taxes, even if you have a homestead, the community, your local community, can take your property through tax title. If you don't pay your mortgage, even though you may have a homestead recorded, again, the legislature has written it so the banks can foreclose. But there are other issues such as credit card debt, or maybe you get into a bad car accident and you don't have enough insurance to pay for the injured party, that where a homestead would protect you and put a picket fence around your home so that they cannot use your biggest asset as a way to satisfy some of the troubles you're in, satisfy, say, a judgment against you. So a homestead is really a great consumer protection device, and it's something that people should consider. If you have a homestead recorded, it protects, if you sell your house for a limited period of time, 1 year, it protects the proceeds of the sale, so creditors can't swoop in and take the proceeds. If you have a calamity or a casualty at your house, say your house might have burnt down and you get a casualty insurance check to rebuild your house. If you have a homestead recorded, again, creditors can't swoop in and try to get at that check, again, for a limited period of time of 2 years. So the homestead, we have a lot of people that come into office hours to at least get information on the homestead, and some of them decide they want to do a homestead right there, and myself, my staff that's here, they're notaries, they can notarize it. The filing fee, which is set by the state legislature, is $36, and we take the check, we sign the documents, and we bring it back and get it recorded. And we've seen an uptick of interest in the homestead because, again, you have to thank your state legislators. They did some rewrites of the homestead that went into effect in 2011. For the first time in Massachusetts history, there's an automatic homestead. So if you haven't done anything, you have $125,000 worth of protection. But for a $36 filing fee, people might want to consider getting the benefit of the $500,000 protection. Also, the legislators have extended the homestead that if you have property in trust, that the trustee can make certain representations that the beneficiaries live there, it's their principal residence, and they can take advantage of a homestead. And I think that's an important thing to keep in mind. The homestead can only be used for your principal residence. It can't be used for rental property or vacation homes. It has to be your principal residence. You have to make a representation that the homestead that you're declaring is for your principal residence, and then you get the benefit of those protections. And there's no age limit. If you're fortunate enough, when I was 18, I didn't own property, but if you're a young person, 18, 19, and you own a piece of property and it's your principal residence, you have a right to declare a homestead. So again, people should consider that. So these are some of the things we deal with at the Registry of Deeds. We do have a website, as I mentioned, www.norfolkdeeds.org. We try to use that website, first of all, as an information tool. If you're a first-time home buyer, and maybe you bought your house a long time ago and now you're downsizing, there's certainly good information if you're in the process of buying or selling a house. Unfortunately, we've had some tough economic times. We've partnered up with a couple of organizations, NeighborWorks of Southern Massachusetts, as well as Quincy Community Action Program, where these are nonprofit groups that give people who are struggling with foreclosure issues counseling and assistance. We also have links to the Attorney General's office. As Register of Deeds is a group, and myself individually, we've worked with the Attorney General's office with the Home Core program, where there are resources available if you're struggling with foreclosure, and I'd suggest you could go to our website and get some of that assistance. We also use our website to bring the registry records into people's homes and businesses. If you go on our website, we're very proud that we have internet land record research. So it's free access. You can look the information up. If you have any problems with your computer, you can go call our IT department, 781-461-6131, and they can give you some assistance and walk you through. But the beauty is, if you enter Book 1, Page 1, the first document that was recorded in Norfolk County's history in 1793 is viewable. So there's a lot of information for, a lot of practitioners, law people, title examiners, engineers, real estate brokers use the website, but it's really open for everyone. And so there's a lot of information there. Some people use it for genealogical and historical research, but it's again, you can view it from your home. But certainly we welcome you to come to our building on High Street in Dedham. We have a customer service department so that you can go right in there and they can help you get copies and things like that. So we still do it the old-fashioned way as well. And we still print books at the registry, so if you want to come in and do research the old-fashioned way, you can. But we also have modernized the registry where we've used these advances in technology so that you can access the registry records, and we'd certainly welcome you to do so. I view the role of the Registry of Deeds, in many respects, it's probably the same as it was in 1793. Your real responsibility is to make sure the records are accurate, make sure that things are recorded properly, and that people have access to the community land records. So maybe the mission is the same as it was in 1793, but the delivery of services certainly has changed. The biggest change we've had, and good thing we did, I thought that when I became registered there was sort of a paralysis of paper, in that with the new computers, and we implemented a new document management system and a new computer system where we have instantaneous recording. It's really transformed the operation where we don't have a situation where we had a lot of backlogs, and we're caught up in that regard. The advances in technology have also allowed us to be more proactive in the communities. For instance, years ago when there was no website, there was no internet land record research, people had to come to the registry and go through the books, and it was very, not everyone could do that. It was very, sort of a closed game, I guess, to borrow a sports term. But now, with the information out there, people can take a look, and we do, and please watch our website, we do have computer seminars which are open to the public where, at 4:30 in the afternoon, we end up having a lesson where a lot of people come in, and as I said, it is not just for the professionals. We have regular folks who are residents here in Norfolk County, business people in Norfolk County come in and learn how to use the computer and do the research. So the biggest change that I see has been using the advances of technology to make sure that original mission is followed through. And it's allowed us to do great things. When we come to a community here like Braintree, the advances in technology have allowed us to use the computer system remotely. So we have the same access as if we were at the Registry of Deeds. We have the same access as if we were in your home or business where you could do the same thing from your computer. So it's allowed us to get out in the community. So when I first started here as registered, there was no office hours. There was no concept of office hours. We do office hours. We love going to there's 28 communities in Norfolk County, and as Register of Deeds, and I got to thank my staff, we try to have a presence in all of the communities. Not only at at town halls, and you've got a beautiful town hall. You've done a great job here in Braintree, but we go to the senior centers. We speak. We also set up the computers and again, delivering the registry services directly to people that come by the senior centers. We also speak to community service groups, whether it's the Lions Clubs, the Rotaries, and again, we're just trying to spread the word about the Registry of Deeds. As I said, it's an arm of government many people don't know about, but again, we're trying to deliver good service. Just within my tenure, when you talk about modernization, there's a concept. We were one of the first registries to do electronic recording. Electronic recording, people sign up for this service. A lawyer in Bellingham, if they've signed up for electronic recording, can do the closing in Bellingham or here in Braintree. They check our records, make sure there are no liens, and then they transmit the closing package, the deeds, the mortgages, the discharges to the registry, and we record it. So they don't even have to come to the registry. We do like people coming to the registry, and we have, whether you're doing it electronically or doing it directly, we treat everyone the same. So certainly we have a lot of people that come directly to the registry to record the documents. But electronic recording wasn't even a concept when I first became registered, and it wasn't that long ago, back in 2002. They didn't have email at the registry when I became registered. So all these things that we take for granted, we're trying to make as sort of a core mission of a government agency. I've tried to take some of my background's been in government. I started, much like a lot of people here, volunteering locally. I was an elected planning board member, elected town meeting member. I went to school down in Washington, D.C. I got to work for 3 years for Congressman Moakley. I was an assistant district attorney for Bill Delahunt. So I certainly believe in public service. With those mentors, I saw what government does right. But I also was in the private sector. I had my own practice as an attorney with a partner. And we had to make sure our staff got paid, bills got paid. So I've tried to take that government experience I have with the private sector experience and apply that to the Registry of Deeds. And I think that's why we've taken advantage of the technology, and we will continue to do so. I mean, we're doing electronic recording. That wasn't even around in 2002, and I'm sure there'll be other advances, and we will try to make it part of our business practice. But again, we try to apply, the best service to the citizens in Norfolk County. We certainly, my email is registerodonnell at norfolkdeeds.org. We always take input. We like to hear the good, but if there's ways we can improve, and I think it's always good to get input because we're always looking to improve the delivery of services to all the citizens in Norfolk County, especially, again, in all the communities, but in Braintree, feel free to either call our customer service line, which is 781-461-6101, or email me directly at registerodonnell@norfolkdeeds.org. Mayor Sullivan, thanks. Robin LaFrance and from his staff and you allowing us to be here. We bring the registry records into people's homes and businesses, but we try to bring it to the 28 communities in Norfolk County. So
we're glad you're here, Mr. Registrar. I want to thank you for bringing your office out to Braintree once again, and we value your work and the relationship that we've had. And I think it's important that people know that you're available to them not only in Dedham, but every day, but also coming out to specific communities. And we try to post these office hours in a way that people have a sense of when you're going to be here. And you've always been accommodating, so we appreciate your access to us. And I do think that the office is probably little noticed in many ways in terms of the importance of it. But having the registrar here and your office here in the town of Braintree is very much appreciated. So, as mayor, I want to express appreciation.
Thanks, Mayor. Thanks, Joe.